management still involved with the club. Matt Thompson, Ryan Griffiths, Sasha Petrovsky, Tara Andrews and Stewie Michalek. Here's the team news. A couple of changes for the Jets from the side that lost to Wellington. Philip Kankar and Lockie Bayliss both dropped down to the bench. Clayton Taylor and Charles Mombwa are both included, with Thomas Aquilina dropping into the defensive line as part of the back three. It's Aquilina's 50th A-League match for the Jets. Ellie Adams has 4 goals in his last 6 matches and is joint top scorer along with Lockie Rose, but is yet to score in an F3 derby. Mark Natter remains on the bench, with young keeper Jordan Bayliss, no relation to Lockie, deputising for the concussed Noah James. Just the one change for the Mariners. Vitor Feijão drops to the bench as Miguel Dipizio returns for just his 4th start of the campaign following knee surgery. Hayneem still away on international duty, so Alfie McCalmont continues in midfield. Alu Kuol scored the opening goal on the Mariners' last trip to Newcastle, a game which ended in a 3-1 win to the visitors. Ryan Edmondson still out with injury, so it's Duarte, Faisal and Feijão, the attacking options, off the bench.
Hungry Jack's Angus Grill Masters range. Try new fiery Angus with sizzling bacon, jalapenos, spicy relish and angry onions on thick, juicy, flame-grilled Angus beef. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
We said hello, hello to CommBank Yellow. Hello to benefits and offers to help brighten your day. Now say hello to even more. More discounts, more cashbacks, more exclusive experiences, more recognition for you and benefits for your business too. It's our way of thanking you for banking with us. Say hello to CommBank Yellow.
Harvey Norman 10% in gift cards this weekend only. Spend $500 or more on selected products and get 10% of your purchase price in Harvey Norman gift cards. Temporary promotion bonus gift cards valid for 1 month only from date of issue. Hurry, this weekend only.
Go!
This evening. A couple of milestones for the Jets tonight, not just the 50th for Thomas Aquilina, Jets colours, and for Daniel Wilmering, by the way, but also a 100th A-League appearance for Costa Grozos, the Jets skipper, who is yet to win in 10 F3 derbies. By contrast, Trent Sainsbury has lost just 1 of his 10 F3 derbies, and that was all the way back in 2012 when a certain Emil Heskey scored the winner here in front of 15,000. So it's the Jets who get us underway once more and with feeling for this season. The Mariners in all white have enjoyed their visits to the Hunter in recent seasons. Will that continue tonight? Here come the Jets with the early chance, and it's driven just wide of that left-hand upright by Eli Adams. A chance in the first 20 seconds for the Jets. And on current form, you wouldn't have backed against Eli Adams scoring from there, Daniel McBrien.
Well, no, he's full of confidence, isn't he? Real breakout season for Eli Adams. Scored a couple of beauties from outside the box, so why not? His tail's up. Local top goal scorer. He's starting to get a really good partnership with Lockie Rose. Unfortunate, we spoke about Dipizio, or you spoke about Dipizio being out with a knee injury for a long time. Lockie Rose obviously missed the first part of the season as well. They're starting to find a good little partnership together.
Well, already the ingredients are there for an attacking contest. The 4 matches in the A-League this weekend have already produced 14 goals. I fancy we might get 1 or 2 more this evening. Too much riding on it in terms of league position. 9th against 10th as Caltech gets the better of Lockie Rose. That's going to be a duel to keep an eye on. Nathan Paul just stepping in front of Kota Mizunuma. Otherwise the Jets could have been away again down the right-hand side. I guess the good thing, given that there isn't too much at stake, I mean, both can mathematically make the finals, Macca, but it's unlikely. The shackles are thrown off a little.
Well, it's a derby, isn't it? You say it time and time again, but it doesn't matter where you are on the table. When a derby comes around, you really want to get the wood on the neighbours down the road.
Too much can be read into the recent form guide either. Jets now 3 without a win, and they've conceded 11 goals in those last 3 games. The Mariners just with a solitary success in their last 10, which came against Perth. Good foraging in midfield by Charles Mombwa. Brought into face one of his former clubs today. On the back of another international appearance for Tanzania against Morocco in the World Cup qualifiers in the March window. They've got a do-or-die match coming up against Niger in September. We could see Charles Mombwa at a World Cup. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be fantastic. Great addition to eyes brought to the A-League. Another player on the big stage. As Docker goes forward here.
Docker finding Pizio inside the penalty box. Docker taking over again. Calmonts shifting away from Rose and then presenting the ball straight to Eli Adams. It was held up well by Nathan Paul's crunching challenge by Moragas. It's attracted the attention of Declan Woods, the referee.
Well, he was just late, wasn't he? Lunging in. I actually think he's quite lucky he missed with the front leg and just caught him with the trailing leg behind. Always a danger these days when you launch yourself off the ground and you lose control.
First test for the rookie ref.
I'm sure there was work cut out. A few tasty challenges early, I'd say, just to lay the marker down.
Again, it's a good game for a young referee to get experience in as well. Ricky Rose challenged successfully by Trent Sainsbury. This deft first touch by Mikael Docker. Operating in that right wing-back role this evening. He's played a few different positions for the Mariners this season. Kaltak. Sainsbury being pressed by Eli Adams. Just a little bit of pressure was enough to force the turnover for Robbie Stanton's team. Wilmerick through Alexander Sushnia, who continues to keep Mark Natter on the bench for the Jets. This a fairly decent chunk of the season, 3 months all up with an injury. Rescue by Clayton Taylor has given the ball back to the Mariners. Nice disguise by Sainsbury and flipped out towards Moragas by Steele. Thea Harris. Nice close control from the winger. Slighted out towards Mikael Docker. Pizio. Sainsbury back in his own half of the field. Kaltak. Calmont missed his challenge. Kaltak didn't, but took the man as well as the ball.
Just gives Mikael Docker a little chat as well about where he'd like him to be. It's the old rule, isn't it, Simon? The ball might go past, but not the player and the ball.
few better defenders in the A-League than Brian Kaltak in recent seasons. It's a fairly frank exchange of views going on amongst the Mariners players. Docker in particular quite vociferous towards Brian Kaltak. Wait for the ball to come onto him. Slowed the Jets' movements, handed possession back. Kalmunt to float it forward. The ball did get there, but got to take the ball with him. And clips Wilbury in his attempts to retrieve the situation.
Well, he will always offer a run in behind, won't he? Alu Kuol looked to stretch the line. A bad run or ball on that occasion, but as you say, just missed dragging the ball into his stride.
He threaded through by Grozos for Taylor. Similar to Alu Kuol. Now you'll always get a willing run from Lockie Rose as well. Two bustling centre forwards on show tonight. An appreciative nod from Daniel McBreen.
Well, look, I saw a talk today, a quote about Ben Sigmund. He says, you know, not all the players can be the technical, flamboyant players. Some of them work really hard, do the hustle and bustle, and really mix it up and disrupt the opposition. Well, I don't think either of them would say would pick up the ball and run through 3 or 4 players technically, but gee, they cause problems.
Polina got the wrong side. He has to scamper back. Theoharis. That was it's a foul, and he did take the ball, but he's also taken out the opponents. It's just a warning from Declan Woods. The first bit was lovely. And he was just reaching for that a little bit ahead of Grozos. What's your view on it, Macca?
I think it's that second, the right leg that comes through in that almost scissoring motion, and as the legs come together, just take the legs of Grozos.
Wilbury. Rose wanted the ball played early. Instead, it's back with Timmins. All the way back through Grozos. Sushnia. Glance over the shoulder by Timmins. Anticipated though by Kaltak. This is the As Live ladder. Were to stay this way, then they would remain in 9th and 10th respectively. Mathematically, and the Mariners' finals hopes, not quite so for the Jets. Good hold-up play by Lockie Rose. Pass was errant for Adams. Vargas with a chance to steam forward to the Central Coast against one of his former clubs, of course, and he draws the contact and gets the free kick.
He showed great aggression to drive forward with the ball, and I think he realised he was running out of ground, not too much support, so just cuts across the defender there to draw the foul.
Nice 1-2 between Docker and Steele. Onward trying to keep pace with the Brazilian. Quite away by Wilmering. Steele. Depizio. Paul trying to take it and turn and shoot all in one movement. It's going to be a corner though for the Central Coast.
Well, that's the kind of inventiveness and movement that they've missed. Well, Depizio getting in behind as we see a couple of the challenges early in the match. Well, Depizio there just found a nice little pocket of space Nice little ball square as well.
Docker going short from the corner. And the return pass from Claire Harris was wasteful. I think Mark Jackson was hugely impressed by that. More work required on the training ground, I think.
Well, do you think Josh Rose is in charge of the set pieces? Because he was copping an earful there. Maybe that's why he's got the earbuds in, so he doesn't hear it as much.
Good perseverance again by Caltech. Angle back by Nathan Paul. Going to go over the top, but comfortable for Grozos. One back though by Quall. Here's Christian Theoharis. See, that was a shot. Behind it goes for a goal kick, and we can go down to Tristan McManus. Evening, Tris.
Hello, guys. Yeah, fun start to this game. I said last week it seemed like a bit of a morgue in here. It took the fans an awful lot of time to get going. Granted, it took a whole half for the Jets to get going, but it's a great atmosphere here so far. Both coaches happy enough. I suppose they both are pushing their teams forward. Mark Jackson, a lot of thumbs up here. They're trying to get a lot structured at the back here. It's going to be fun watching Lockie Rose playing up one end and Shushnar and Quall at the other. That's certainly where my eyes are, but I think it's going to be midfield where this game's going to be won today.
Thanks, Chris. It's Eli Adams, but heavy touch. Given away though by McAlmont, and Adams is after the return ball. Strength shown by Nathan Paul, and pace. Because Adams is no slouch.
Well, I was about to
along
say,
the floor.
Paul's done well there to keep track, and we saw Trent Sainsbury on the other side of the field a few minutes ago cover Lockie Rose well.
Earlier on today, goals are plenty in the other A-League matches. Melbourne Victory edging Wellington by 3-2 in New Zealand. 4 goals shared equally between Sydney and Auckland at Allianz Stadium, which leaves Sydney right on a knife edge in terms of their finals prospects. It means that this game is quite a dead rubber.
Well, when you talk about mathematically, I think you'd have to be Rain Man to get the numbers to work. What that draw does do for Auckland is really open that Premier's weight talk up again. A lot of people were saying that Auckland were home and hosed a few weeks ago. Well, they're stuttering, aren't they?
Yep.
You can see the finish line, and the nerves have kicked in, I think.
Succession of draws. Western United in action tomorrow. Western Sydney Wanderers, what a game that's going to be. Melbourne City's still got more than a passing interest in that Premier's plate as well. Ooh, real air swing by Nathan Paul. And the Jets have potential for 2-1 break there, but Mizunuma beaten to it by Sainsbury. Adams with the cross. Sainsbury again. Going to be a Jets throw. Sushnia. Ball. So little arm in the back of Lockie Rose there. Drops here for Adams. Mizunuma. That's a good save. Dylan Parach-Cullen down quickly. Low to his left. Good stop.
Well, I'm with you, Simon. As that ball comes in, I thought there was a little shove in the back of Lockie Rose. Well, Adams just lays it into the path of Mizunuma. It's a good strike. Cullen down well to his left.
I mean, there's always a little bit of contact between defenders and attackers when balls come into the box, but you've got to be so careful as a defender in that situation.
I think it was just the fact that he came in from behind him as well.
All in readiness for Kota Mizunuma's corner. front of the Mariners supporters. And it's a free header, an open goal really for Alexander Sushniar, who makes it 1-0 for the Newcastle Jets. It's his first goal in Newcastle colours, and really he couldn't miss from there. The little flick on at the near post, and nobody was marking the big central defender.
Well, I think it was Trent Sainsbury and Susno who were having a real wrestle at the back post. As the ball went to the near post area on the Harvey Norman replay, have a look at the bottom of your picture here. Look at the wrestle going on. And just as the ball comes in, it goes to the near post. He breaks free, and he's all alone from 3 or 4 yards out. The delivery's good, helped on by Clayton Taylor, and Parade's Cullen is left hopelessly exposed at the back. And Alexander Sushniar says thank you very much.
Well, credit to Clayton Taylor, who opened up that space for the central defender. It's only his 5th goal in 85 matches in the competition, and makes up for the own goal he scored against the Mariners in the Unite round back in January. The game won 2-1 by the Central Coast. And I guess, Macca, that's going to be offside against the Mariners, for all the issues that Newcastle have had this season, they are a team that does have goals in them. Not necessarily from the likes of Sushniar, but more so than the Mariners.
Well, yeah, the Mariners have really struggled this season. Just the 26 goals so far, but particularly the back end as we go again. Particularly the back end of the season, the introduction of Kota Mizunuma, Lockie Rose coming back in and getting match fit. Eli Adams has really found himself. Clayton Taylor, there's a whole plethora of players. You even look at the likes of Aquilina, who's their leading assist. He's really come to the fore in those attacking areas. It hasn't really worked that way for the Mariners. Really, really struggled in that final third.
Here's Costa Brozos stepping forward, took a little touch off the referee. Yes, I think he did.
I agree, I think he did as well, but they got the ball back, so he's just allowed it to play on.
It's a searching ball forward for Mizunuma. He's trying to take it first time and maybe link up with Lockie Rose.
I like the idea. He knew that if he had a touch, the moment would be gone, so he's just tried to put that straight across to Lockie Rose. Intelligent player.
Finding Quall, heavy off the striker. And Scott's all calm and composed in the face of that attacking threat. Foul there against Mizunuma. Here's DePizio. Showed too much of it to Monbois. Here's the goal scorer. Just giving the ball away. It's a bit of a hospital ball. I reckon Alexander Sushniar said a big thank you here to Callum Timmins.
He did well there to draw the foul because he was under pressure. And here's another one, Callum Timmins. Goes really unsung. You talk about all the other players. I think he's been exceptional.
Lockie Rose getting goal side of Sainsbury, but unfairly so. Things that should have been the other way. Strikers generally do.
Trent Sainsbury's clearly pulling him down there.
16th game this season that the Mariners have fallen behind. You can see the opening goal of the game. They've won just one of the previous 15, and yet strangely enough that was that 2-1 win over the Jets in your night round. Let's see if lightning can strike twice for Mark Jackson's team. Pizio. Good touch and good turn. Still going, Pizio. Taylor. The Jets switching defence into attack. Lockie Rose on the move. Mizunuba wants it wide right. Best ball from Lockie Rose. Gives a point again to a promising counter-attack there.
Yeah, and he knows it as well. Mizunuba free as a bird on the opposite side.
Harris looking for the foul, but Declan Woods well placed. So let's play on. Taylor. That's a lovely little spin by Clayton Taylor. The turn didn't quite have the legs to get through from Eli Adams. Mizunuba. Taylor. Adams completing that particular triangle. Sushnia. Looking for that run of Lockie Rose, but bounce will beat him. They are up and about, the Newcastle Jets.
Yeah, well, we talk about the last 3 games, no wins, but before that they went on a 7-game unbeaten run and looked full of confidence. Firing going forward, showing real determination in defence. I have to say, I think it's around the time that it went public that Rob Stanton was leaving and it all seemed to come crumbling down.
I guess it's bound to have a destabilising effect. This is a great run from Aquilina. And even despite the challenge, which bowled him over, he's still going and got the ball and is rugby tackled to the floor by Trent Sainsbury, who's then got an errant boot to the face, which is causing him discomfort. And there might be a yellow card coming his way as well here. And what about the determination of Thomas Aquilina?
Well, this here was about his 3rd action. Trent Sainsbury just hooks the leg with the arm and then cops a boot in the face for his trouble.
He's escaped without a caution. Oh no, he hasn't. There we go.
We were too busy watching the replay.
Yeah. It's his 7th yellow card of the season. One more and he will serve a 2nd suspension this campaign. Of more imminent concern to the Central Coast is this set piece. There's a whole ruck of players around the penalty spot. It's like a line out in rugby union. Harrison Steele and Callum Timmins just told to cool it.
And it's straight back into it.
They look in again, perhaps the Jets, to open up that space in behind, which Sushniar took advantage of before. Mizunuba again to that sort of area, and Sushniar does reach it. Calls for handball there from 1 or 2. Back into the box by Bombwa. And it was Clayton Taylor who had the effort, which was diverted behind for a corner. Well, it does strike the hand, but it's point-blank range.
I think that might be saving grace. They're going to have a look at it, obviously, but it was an intelligent ball from Womba back over the top as the line tried to get out.
Jets fans wanting VAR to get involved, but it's been given the all clear pretty quickly by Casey Rybelts. Here's the corner from Mizunuma, heading towards the near post. It's Clayton Taylor at the final effort. Here's the goal, Macca.
Yeah. You see, the delivery at the near post is fantastic. Good flick on from Taylor, and there's a number of players wrestling at the back post.
Sent forward by Grozos, by McCalmont. And the Jets are going to get the free kick. For the foul by Alu Kwol. Taylor. Caltack having to pick his way through traffic. Docker with a little nutmeg through Eli Adams. Just limping a bit, Nicole Docker.
Yeah, I think he might have got just a little kick on the ankle as the ball went through.
Jets getting a little touch of good fortune there. Ball rebounded in their favour. Thumbs up from Mikael Docker, says it's okay. Moving too freely at the moment though.
I'm not sure if he's saying he's okay or he has to come off. I think he was giving the signal that, no, I'm done. Storm Rue, I think, is now getting some information.
Yeah. He's struggling. Mikael Docker wants the ball to be put out. Jets are not of the mind to do that. Why would they? Should do it. Foul by DePizio.
He was just told, just go down. Which he's trying to appeal to Rob Stanton to say, well, get your players to kick it out. They're still running around on the pitch.
Medical team going through their checks. Mikael Docker is Aaron's top scorer with 6 in all competitions. There's 3 of those in the A-League this season. Football, of course, coming up on Paramount Plus, including Coppa Italia, the big Milan derby between Inter and AC. That's coming up Thursday, the 24th of April, 5 o'clock in the morning. Also, Bologna up against Empoli in the other semi-final of that competition. As though we're going to see Storm Rue introduced. I think Ben Abraham had the wrong number up, but anyway, it's Mikael Docker who's replaced. Storm Rue. Who at least knows the position well. He's in some discomfort, isn't he, the Brazilian?
I don't think that was just the slight kick we thought it was. Wondering if maybe at some stage he's rolled his foot out because he seems to be on the outside of his ankle. Really painful.
Just to get the boot off so he can have a better look. Taylor. Quite get clear of Caltack. Molina. Mombua. Steering it wide for Mizunuma. Grozos. captain. Lima looking for but not finding Lockie Rose. Here's Lucas Moragas who runs the ball out of play. Much to the delight of the supporters that once cheered him. Adams through the gap and Lockie Rose one-on-one with Brad Collins. Brave goalkeeping and effective goalkeeping too.
Yeah, he's done very well. Recognised the danger very early, got off his line. It was a wonderful ball through Eli Adams. Lockie Rose was always going to get there first, but Brad Collins quickly out to meet him. And a good save. It's fair to say, the Jets have dominated this opening 30 minutes of the match.
And Ryan Scott yet to be really tested.
Just that one shot from Christian Theoharis from outside the box that went harmlessly wide. It's been the story of the season for the Mariners.
They could be opened up again here. Taylor wasn't the best ball cut out by Rue, but one back by Clayton Taylor, who then went for glory with his less effective right foot, and Mark Jackson is displeased with how easily the Mariners were almost played through there.
Yeah, I think Clayton Taylor just rather snatched at that when he won it back. That was Christian, come on.
Here for Eli Adams. Rose couldn't quite readjust. Slightly behind the striker. Storm route. It's just not quite happening at the moment for the Central Coast. The venue where they've won more A-League matches than any other away stadium. 11 times they've been successful at McDonald Jones Stadium, including the last 6 in a row. But they're chasing the game here. There we go. More evidence of how dominant the Jets have been. Just about to get rid of the ball in the nick of time. And he was closed down by the opponent, Apizio. It's going to be a corner for the Mariners, which is a rare enough occurrence. Chance of them to throw the likes of Nathan Paul and Brian Kaltak forward. They have scored 9 headed goals this season, the Mariners. Only MacArthur have scored more with 10. 11 of those 26 goals have come via set pieces. There's the corner, whipped in with pace towards the near post. Right, Apizio. No harm done for the Jets.
It was good delivery, wasn't it? Firm, right across the 6 yard. I think it was Trent Sainsbury just trying to angle the head up, didn't quite get it right.
Still another A-League game to come tonight, of course, on Paramount Plus. Perth Glory entertaining Adelaide United. Just a point behind Sydney FC in 6th. Back of their big coaching news this week as well.
Yeah. 2 confirmed, gone. So there's a few more in the balance as well.
Rowe keeping the ball in play, but that's about all. Timmins wins that tussle eventually. Expensive a free kick, and there's a little bit of afters involving Storm Rowe. Now Timmins has gone to ground, and Declan Woods is keeping a watching brief on all of this, and all of a sudden the F3 derby boils over. Something seemingly out of nothing here. Timmins dragging his opponent to the floor. That angered Storm Rowe. Was there enough of a lash out here by the substitutes? Little dig in the ribs that might force Declan Woods and VAR to get involved here.
I don't even know if it's going to get the VAR. Right there, fourth official, right in front of him. And this doesn't look good for Storm Rowe.
Declan Woods seeking counsel from the more experienced Ben Abraham, who's fourth official today. VAR, Casey Rybelt and Kenny Robinson will be in conversation. And here's the verdict. It's going to be a red card for Storm Rowe. He's only been on the pitch a matter of 10 or so minutes, but he gets the early bath, and the Mariners, already a goal down, must now play the rest of the game a man short.
Well, he's been around a long time, Storm Rowe, and he knows better. Just a little tangle, really, wasn't it, on the floor? They get up. See here. Yeah, okay, he's dragged you down.
Will Hughes, can he find the right pass?
Just don't need that. It's so obvious as well. It's not like he's even trying to get away with it. Cameraman's right there, fourth official's right there.
Well, it's the 14th red card in this, the 65th F3 derby. Doesn't take too much for tempers to spill over.